Today, folks, I'm going to show you a new car from Sen Racing, the Ford Ranger MSRT edition. I'm going to tell you what's good about it, what's not good about it, but we're going to take it out and have some fun with it. What's up, everybody? Something new from Sen Racing. You know, we're not getting a lot of new vehicles this year, but this is cool because it is a scale model and it's not something we've ever seen, a Ford Ranger. So I think it's a new edition called MSRT edition, and it comes in two colors, fast blue or command gray, they call it. We have this one right here, and it is something fresh, but it's also something from a familiar platform. It's the same platform as their big trucks, you know, those Ford F350, F450, F250 lifted, the Sicario. So right here, I actually still have my F450. Look at that thing, huh? So it is a beast. Very cool. And people have really tripped out on this. They've pimped it out, you know, put a tow truck, put all kinds of lights and whatnot. And I think that's the possibility with this guy. It's a platform where you could modify it. And here is the chassis right here. Just a long chassis. A lot of parts available for this guy, both from Sen Racing and from other manufacturers. So what they've done with this is they just got a license from Ford, and then boom, and it's on a very familiar body, just like that one, just shorter. So that's good and bad. You know, the bad is just nothing new, nothing groundbreaking. They just have some new parts, and I'll tell you all about them. The good is the upgrade parts for that guy. It's gonna work for this guy, and the ones that don't fit, I'm sure they'll make some new ones. I do have, you know, they do like you to trick out their stuff, so they have all these alloy parts, you know, the sway bars and whatnot. They're all gonna fit. So I think he could have an upgrader's delight right here. So when it came stock, it was pretty high, pretty lifted off the ground, and that's kind of how I'm showing it to you guys. But I just have a spacer here at the bottom, and all my tests running was done with it high, and so it was not quite as stable. I was taking those high-speed corners, so this is it lowered all the way. Low gearing, it has a top speed of 17 miles an hour, and then on the higher gearing, about 26, 27 miles an hour. So it has stabilizer bars, front and rear. Show you the mechanics of it, so it should be familiar by now. So boom, as you push one side, there's a bar here that goes and pushes the other side. So it's fairly level. It's got four-wheel drive, open differentials, and then, you know, it has these KG forged wheels, replica, and then Fury tires. And then we have a Savox servo, we have a Hobbywing ESC, and we have a 550 can motor. So a fairly big motor. And I'm running it 3S at the moment, so the gearing is kind of low. It likes to peel out. And I said, oh man, I wish I could go a little faster. But then I flipped it a few times and I said, okay, that's good. Let me get used to it first, and lower the thing. So maybe, I wonder if there's a way to stiffen up the stabilizer bars, you know, make it run even flatter. But four-wheel drive, so fairly easy to drive. And then it's their old transmitter, fast servo, Savox servo. Your steering rate, you know, so make it easier to control. It doesn't need any kind of stability control. So there's the body, beautiful body. I wish the windows were clear, and I wish there was no body posts. So to change the gearing, you can change your pinion, obviously, but you can also just flip the main gear here, or the second gear on the transmission, give you higher gearing. So a few other details about this car. It's got the scale body, as we said. It's got injection molded mirrors with reflective material. See, they look like mirrors, and then right here is your vehicle right here. We have a stamped steel chassis. We have stamped steel shock mounting plates. We have a ball bearings all around, and then we have a high torque servo steering horn, so it's not too sloppy, but quite accurate. Easy access battery tray right here. You can handle a lot of different batteries. We have big bore shocks. We have 3mm hardened shaft, so this is pretty sturdy. A hardened steel steering drag link, and then front and rear sway bars. The sway bars are really cool on this guy. And then we have full metal transmission gear, so if you're curious if it can handle brushless, I have no doubt that it can. And then the wheels and tires are officially licensed. So there you go. So on the good news, something new. And then one situation is the price went up to $429 because of the tariff situation, unfortunately. But what I would say is, hey, these things are still very relevant, and they're huge, and they're all available. 3 models of this guy for $399. I think this is the 450, the 250 lifted, and then that Sicario model. Those are all still available. So there you go. Let me show you some running video, and let me show you rally this thing and flip it over. We're gonna go through loose conditions. We're gonna go through dirt and grass, everything, speed bumps, everything. All right. So enjoy it. There's gonna be links in the description, and I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me, checking out some new stuff for the season. Thanks a ton.